Yeah. Insect or something.
Is that an insect? Let's have a look. What is it?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god!
Ugh. ¡A la madre, güey! ¡No mames, güey!
They say myths are just stories, but what happens when legendary creatures are caught on film? From extinct animals re-emerging in the wild to terrifying monsters from ancient folklore caught on camera. Here are 30 mythical creatures caught alive on camera. What was supposed to be another typical day for these people suddenly becomes surprising after they see something shocking. They immediately rush towards their terrace, trying to get clips of this magnificent creature.
There's a unicorn. There's actually a unicorn. It's a horse with a horn. So that's a unicorn, right? That's a bit.
Unicorns appear in numerous myths and ancient texts as elusive horned creatures associated with purity and power. While no biological evidence confirms their existence, their persistence across cultures suggests an origin rooted in distant memories, misunderstood animals, or something yet to be classified.
It's like a horn. We found a unicorn. This shit is gonna go viral.
Legends don't always fade. They sometimes reappear briefly and brilliantly before slipping back into the pages they once escaped from. The video begins with a man recording the water's surface. At first, it is unclear what the man is recording, but moments later, something shocking happens. The surface starts to move slowly, and the stillness of the waters is now disturbed. The Lagarfliot worm is said to dwell beneath Iceland's Lagarfliot Lake, with sightings describing a long serpentine creature that moves eerily just below the surface. Legends stretch back centuries, blending folklore with modern videos that continue to stir curiosity and fear. Still, water often hides the loudest secrets, and this time, the legend didn't stay buried beneath the surface. Voices of fear and excitement can be heard in the background during this shocking video. It shows a woman inside a car recording something unusual in the sky. At first, what they're recording seems unclear. A few seconds later, though, this can be seen on film. Throughout history, dragon sightings have been reported across cultures, from flying serpents in China to fire-breathing beasts in Europe. Even today, mysterious aerial footage and strange remains surface occasionally, fueling the belief that something dragon-like might still be lurking in remote corners. What begins as confusion turns to awe, as the sky briefly opens to reveal a form too familiar and too mythical to explain away. What started as a typical day at work for Fairbanks employees suddenly became filled with excitement and fear after they witnessed something shocking. Luckily, what they saw that day was all captured on film. What you are about to see will shock you. Fishermen, deep-sea explorers, and even submarines sometimes report encounters with creatures that defy classification. Massive shapes, glowing forms, or strange silhouettes briefly captured on sonar. These rare sightings suggest that the ocean still harbors animals that science has yet to recognize or explain. One brief moment reminded them, the ocean doesn't give up all its secrets, it only offers fleeting glimpses of what may still lurk below. At the beginning of this subsequent terrifying encounter, a couple of friends can be seen recording themselves as they feed bunnies they have decided to keep as pets. A few seconds later, they hear something strange outside. Curious, they decide to check it out, only to capture this on camera.
Yeah. What? Yeah, there's back there.
Mothman and the Flatwoods Monster have been subjects of eerie reports since the 1950s. Witnesses describe Mothman as a significant winged figure, while the Flatwoods Monster appears as a tall, metallic creature with a glowing face. Both continue to spark curiosity and fear. What started as a peaceful moment with pets quickly spirals into a chilling reminder. Some mysteries are never meant to be solved, only witnessed. Giant thunderbirds are mythical creatures often described as enormous bird-like beings with wingspans reaching over 20 feet. Reports of sightings persist in Native American folklore, with some modern encounters claiming to have witnessed these massive birds soaring through the skies, creating ominous, thunderous sounds.
Month of July 1977, many reports of giant living thunderbirds were pouring into newspaper offices and TV stations.
Giant thunderbird sightings describe massive birds with wingspans exceeding 20 feet, primarily found in North America. At the same time, reports include sightings of animals soaring through the skies or carrying prey. Still, no definitive proof exists, leading to debates over misidentified animals or theories about cryptids.
Across Central Illinois, I, Chief AJ of the Central Tribal Native American Council, was called upon by CBS television.
Thunderbirds soar through history, leaving a trail of awe and fear in their wake. Massive, elusive, and perhaps still hidden in the skies above. The following encounter begins with a group of men heading into the forest at night. Cautious after hearing reports of frightening noises in the forest, the men thread through the area carefully. Moments later, their deepest fears are realized after they see this.
Ascolta, mi sento no?
The chupacabra is a legendary creature known for allegedly attacking livestock, especially goats. Descriptions vary from reptilian to dog-like creatures. Sightings have been reported across the Americas, though many are likely misidentified animals or hoaxes with no concrete evidence. Yet this can't be said for this video. What began as cautious curiosity quickly turned to fear, confirming that some legends are rooted in terrifying reality, just waiting to be discovered. A group of friends can be seen in this video, hanging out outside in the streets at night. The recording shows the group talking and having a good time. A few seconds later, the recorder begins to follow a group of men walking past them. Little did they know that their night was about to change for the worse. Gnomes are mythical creatures often depicted as small humanoid beings living underground or in forests. Sightings are rare but are sometimes reported in folklore or modern claims, with individuals describing brief glimpses of small bearded figures or strange movements in rural areas. What started as a casual night took an unsettling turn as the appearance of something small, far from harmless, left them questioning what lurked in the shadows. Dragons are mythical creatures, often portrayed as large, powerful reptiles with the ability to fly and breathe fire. Although no verifiable sightings exist, historical accounts of mysterious creatures may have contributed to the belief in dragons, blending myth with unexplained phenomena. Take this one for example. There have been no verified sightings of actual dragon remains. Many reports of such findings are often tied to folklore or hoaxes. However, some ancient fossils and large prehistoric creatures may have contributed to the myth of dragons throughout history. The legends of dragons persist, fueled by ancient fossils and unexplained sightings, reminding us that some myths might not be myths after all. Security cameras sometimes capture strange creatures, fueling theories about unidentified animals or paranormal activity. Whether it's bizarre shapes or shadowy figures, these clips often leave more questions than answers, prompting further curiosity and speculation about what might truly be lurking in the shadows. According to the video source, this was a leprechaun. Leprechauns are mythical creatures from Irish folklore, often depicted as small bearded men in green coats who guard hidden pots of gold. Sightings, though rare, are typically claimed by those who report glimpses of these elusive, mischievous beings in remote areas. Security footage sometimes captures more than expected, offering brief glimpses of the mythical and the mysterious, sparking wonder about what truly exists beyond our sight. In this subsequent encounter, a man immediately pulls out his phone to record the event. In the video's background, a bunch of people can be heard waiting eagerly for something to come out. A few seconds later, their most dreaded wish finally happens.
Aquí por la casita rosa, güey. Aquí por la casita rosa, güey.
El Charro Negro, a ghostly figure from Mexican folklore, is often described as a tall man in black riding a dark horse. Sightings usually occur on empty roads or near cemeteries, with witnesses reporting overwhelming dread and eerie silence.
¡Madre, güey! ¡No mames, güey!
As anticipation shifts to fear, the legend steps into reality, reminding everyone why El Charro Negro is feared, not just believed in. What started as a regular tour for the tourists on this river ride suddenly becomes terrifying after the group sees something horrifying in the water. Instead of running away from the creature, they decide to record this, capturing everything on film. Water dragon sightings often describe serpentine creatures emerging from lakes or rivers, characterized by their long bodies and glistening scales. Witnesses claim they vanish beneath the surface quickly, leaving behind ripples and unease, especially in remote regions where local legends speak of aquatic guardians or spirits. What was meant to be a peaceful ride turned into something unforgettable, capturing a legend many only hear about, now rising from beneath the surface. Griffins are legendary creatures with the body of a lion and the head, wings, and talons of an eagle. While considered mythological, their presence in ancient art and lore has led some to speculate that fossil discoveries or unknown animals may have inspired them. But watch this clip first and let us know what you think. Rumors suggest that a Saudi prince secretly owns a living griffin, housed in a private collection that remains hidden from public view. While there is no verified proof, blurry images and anonymous testimonies continue to fuel speculation about this mysterious and possibly ancient creature. Blurry or not, the clip adds to whispers of creatures hidden in places few ever see, real or imagined. The line between reality and imagination keeps thinning. The skunk ape is a foul-smelling, ape-like creature reported in Florida's swamps. Descriptions often match those of Bigfoot, but they are smaller and more agile in appearance. Eyewitnesses claim sightings date back decades, with photos, footprints, and sounds adding to the legend's eerie credibility. Skunk ape sightings often occur in the Everglades, usually near dusk or night. Witnesses describe glowing eyes, heavy footsteps, and an overwhelming stench. If you encounter the situation, remain calm, avoid confrontation, and slowly back away while maintaining awareness of your surroundings. Deep in Florida's swamps, this footage shows something moving just beyond the trees, fast, upright, and gone before anyone can speak. But the smell remains. A man is just relaxing inside his house, facing his front porch. Moments later, he hears a strange sound outside. Upon closer look, he sees something unusual, prompting him to call for help. Watch how the rest of this terrifying encounter unfolds.
Visions and dreams concerning his work and different things, and the enemy is being attacked by you, Lord, and I just, he's all worked up.
A skinwalker is a shape-shifting entity from Navajo folklore, believed to be a human who can transform into animals. Sightings often describe eerie figures in remote areas. If encountered, it's advised to leave quickly, as such beings are linked to dangerous dark forces.
God, I just come against this. I find these things right now, these evil spirits that are just harassing Rick and just coming into his yard. I just find those things right now. I come in to see.
As the man peers out, he sees a shadow move unnaturally fast, its form shifting between human and animal. Then it's gone, leaving only dread behind. What began as a routine night for the citizens in this city in China suddenly erupts into noise after they notice something strange moving in the clouds. Finally, after much confusion, they realize what they're dealing with. Watch this. Dragon sightings in China are often rooted in local folklore, with many describing large serpentine creatures soaring through the sky. These sightings are commonly associated with ancient myths and symbols of power, though evidence is scarce, making them a blend of legend and intrigue. The citizens watch in awe as a massive serpentine shape slithers through the clouds, its silhouette confirming the ancient myth, if only for a fleeting moment. The video begins with a diver recording the vibrant life on the ocean floor. The video shows him tracing the fish as they pass by with his camera when, all of a sudden, a shadowy figure can be seen in the distance. Seconds later, this happens. Mermaid sightings span centuries, with sailors reporting half-human, half-fish beings surfacing beside ships or perched on rocks. Modern accounts persist, especially near coastal regions, often linked to shadows or strange figures seen in the water that defy easy explanation. The diver freezes as a humanoid figure with a finned tail darts past, vanishing into coral, too fast, too graceful to be explained away. A group of friends decides to go to a public park at night and record themselves having fun. While talking to each other, they suddenly hear a strange noise nearby. They immediately point their cameras toward the sound, and what they capture will surely shock you.
Uy, la puta que lo parió. ¿Onda, boludo? No. Ay.
Dogman sightings often describe a tall bipedal creature with a human-like body and a canine-like head. Witnesses report glowing eyes, deep growls, and unsettling behavior, often near remote roads or forests late at night with no clear explanation. Branches snap and something massive steps into view. Tall, fur-covered, with glowing eyes staring directly into the camera before vanishing into the dark. Bigfoot sightings in the forest often involve prominent shadowy figures walking upright between trees, leaving behind massive footprints and strange vocalizations. Witnesses frequently report an overwhelming sense of being watched, followed by vanishing movement deeper into the woods without warning.
He's standing above the bushes. He, she, whatever. Look how tall that is. Yo, it's white.
Some Bigfoot sightings describe a creature covered in white or light gray fur, often mistaken for a ghostly figure at first glance. These rare encounters typically occur in snowy forests, contributing to their eerie appearance and sparking debates about potential regional variations.
It's white. It looks like its eyes are like hologram. See how dark its eyes are? Yo, this is scary to an extent. I don't usually see.
A hiker's camera catches a pale, towering figure slipping between snowy trees. Its gait smooth, its presence unsettling, vanishing silently like mist into the forest. Ogopogo is said to dwell in Canada's Okanagan Lake, described as a serpentine lake monster with a long, undulating body. Sightings span decades, with witnesses reporting strange wakes or humps rising from calm waters, feeding the mystery around its existence. Several videos claim to capture Ogopogo, often showing mysterious ripples or dark shapes gliding just beneath the surface of Okanagan Lake. While skeptics argue they're logs or waves, believers point to the creature's consistent appearance and movement patterns across different clips. This video showed dark humps rising rhythmically across the lake, moving too smoothly for drifting logs, sparking renewed debate about what lurks beneath Okanagan's surface. At the beginning of this subsequent encounter, a man can be seen being filmed by his friend as he performs tricks on his ATV. They decide to do this in the middle of the forest to avoid disturbing anyone. Unfortunately for them, they manage to disturb something much worse. Some Bigfoot sightings have been accidentally captured on video, often during casual outdoor activities. These moments, typically brief and unclear, fuel the mystery surrounding the creature, leaving viewers to debate whether these glimpses are genuine encounters or just misinterpretations. As the ATV roars past, a shadowy figure moves swiftly between the trees, briefly captured in the frame, leaving the men questioning what they've just witnessed. What was supposed to be a routine boat ride for this group of friends unexpectedly becomes a once-in-a-lifetime experience after they manage to record something extremely terrifying on film. What you are about to watch is guaranteed to keep you up at night. The cryptid Nahuelito, which is said to inhabit Lake Nahuelhuapi in Argentina, has been spotted since 1910. Descriptions often resemble those of a long-necked creature, with reports and photos fueling speculation, although scientific evidence remains elusive. The mystery endures. As the boat drifts, a massive shape emerges from the water, its long neck rising above the surface before disappearing into the depths, leaving the friends frozen in shock. In this subsequent encounter, a group of soldiers can be seen enjoying the scenic view of the area in which they have been deployed. One of them decides to pull out his phone and record. In the video, you can see the beautiful hills they are in when suddenly this happens. The White Lady is a ghostly figure in various cultures, often linked to tragic events. Sightings typically involve a woman in white clothing, sometimes said to appear near roads or in forests. These sightings usually spark fear and curiosity. As they film, a figure dressed in white appears at the edge of the hills, moving silently through the fog. The soldiers stop, unsure whether it's real or a trick of the light. Torika Pond, located in Japan, is linked to cryptid rumors, with locals claiming to have seen strange creatures in the water. Legends suggest mythical beings, such as water spirits or monsters, may inhabit the murky depths, but evidence remains scarce. In 2009, a video surfaced showing a white, elongated creature in Torika Pond, surfacing briefly before diving back. Some believe it to be a sea serpent or an unknown aquatic cryptid, while others suggest it's a sea snake. Whatever surfaced in those waters left more than ripples. It left behind a silence even the locals struggle to explain. The subsequent frightening encounter features dash cam footage of a man driving through the thick snow covering the road, aiming to get home as quickly as possible. As if pushing through snowy roads isn't dangerous enough, something happens moments later, making him regret driving at night. Drivers often report seeing a towering figure, covered in dark hair, crossing remote roads in complete silence. Headlights catch the shape for just seconds before they vanish into the trees, leaving behind confusion, tire marks, and a lingering sense of unease. The figure appears just long enough to confirm it's not human, its towering frame vanishing into the snowy woods without a trace. This group of friends decided that it would be a good idea to explore an abandoned cabin they discovered in the middle of the woods. Immediately upon entering the place, they feel something strange. Moments later, their fears are confirmed after they see this. The Wendigo is said to be a gaunt, monstrous figure tied to Algonquian legend, representing greed and cannibalism. Sightings often describe a tall, skeletal creature with glowing eyes, appearing deep in forests during winter, especially when someone is lost or alone. The footage captures a gaunt figure standing silently in the shadows, its glowing eyes fixed on them, unmoving as if waiting for one to wander off. The following clip shows a group of guys hanging out at night, recording themselves performing various tricks. The video is a bit blurry, but everything is still clearly visible. Now watch closely as something extremely frightening is about to happen. Sightings of gnomes or goblins often emerge from wooded areas or old gardens, where small humanoid figures are seen darting between trees or peering from the underbrush. But in this case, it's different. Reports typically describe them as mischievous and eerie, and they often vanish quickly when approached or filmed. Video sightings claiming to show dragons frequently appear online, featuring winged shapes that fly through clouds or distant mountain silhouettes. While none are scientifically verified, some believe they depict ancient creatures that escaped extinction or remain hidden in remote regions. Fairies are mythical beings often depicted as small magical creatures with wings. Sightings of fairies are rare, but they usually include reports of glowing lights or figures flitting through forests or gardens, typically attributed to folklore or natural phenomena.
What is it? I don't know. Oh my god!
Ugh.
In October 2022, a video emerged showing a prominent dark figure with notably long arms moving through the woods in Baxter, Tennessee. Filmed by Daniel Whitehead, the footage has sparked discussions about its authenticity and the creature's identity.
Do you see that? Do you see that? I'm afraid